I'm talking AGP, anti-gravity project. I respect, staying true to the tech. We got the evil address and the pink Miss Will. Got the dark matter token going up, I can tell. Hey, I can tell this is the start of something fresh. Shout out Hex Revision and on the Hex, yes. I confess, Hexicans don't stress, cause as a community we won up. So tell me, are you in, or tell me, are you out? Do you want to win, or do you chase the clout? What is this really about? The treasury and lottery. If you meant dark tokens, you can get a part of it. So how does it work? Let me explain. First you buy the dark token, now you're in the game. Then you mint the dark and get a fuel cell. That's an NFT, one that earns yield. As long as you have it, it feels like magic. But if you vaporize the NFT, that's tragic. So most think crypto is a game. Are you here for the fame, or here to make a name? See, Hexicans reign, we create our own lane. I thought I told you, we the new financial gain. AGProject.io was the flow. And if you know what I know, then you know what I know. That's how it go. Something like to support the team, the dream. Public service announcement, t.me/anti-gravity saga is the Telegram. Tap in. It's for y'all. I'm talking AGP, anti-gravity project. I respect, staying true to the tech. We got the evil address and the pink Miss Will. Got the dark matter token going up, I can tell.
Hey kids, this is Pulse Ray Vision coming to you live from Cuatro Cinco Studios in my mom's basement. And yet again, I need to shut the closet behind me. Don't want to show my secrets. Anyways, it is a beautiful day here in Hexico, July 18th, 2025, and we are 3 days from the launch of Journey 6. We've had 5 journeys so far out of 33. And we've had some really crazy up and downs of the market, and some interesting things happen with the evil address and the minting of the NFTs. A whole bunch of cool stuff going on. But basically, we also have an art contest going on right now for the art that's going to be attached to the NFT for Journey 6. And it's a pretty close battle going on right now between Hex T Armstrong and Elizabeth Mack. Axion Icon, aka Pulsewave Vibes, my favorite, has been left in the dust, along with another beautiful piece of art from Elizabeth Mack that we've been checking out here. So anyways, so good to be here with you guys. We're going to jump through a couple updates real quick and answer any questions you guys have in comments here. And then we're going to go out and seize the day. We're going to go out and hustle, because when the market hits these prices, you start selling organs, you start selling kidneys and toys, anything you don't need, you start selling. At these prices, you start scooping up everything in Pulse Chain. So let me share my screen, and I'm going to show you guys exactly what we're talking about with the art contest going on X right now. So if you go to X, or also known aka Twitter, right here, you will notice that oh cool, we got some Lef, our buddy, one of the best coders I know. If you guys are looking for a Solidity coder, definitely reach out to Lef. He's a ninja, he's killing it right now. So Lef is enjoying this, thanks side, and then Pulse AI is giving us some love. Gotta enjoy Pulse AI. Thank you, Pulse AI, we love you. If you go here to communities and then you go to the collective, you can see the poll right now, and Elizabeth is pulling ahead of Hex T Beard, which is this one right here. It's not Sean Connery. We're not attaching Sean Connery to our NFT. But if this meme right here wins, like for fun, man, like I said, we're making crypto fun again. We're really trying to bring back the fun stuff of crypto. So here we go. Here, this is Hex T's. We just call this one Hex T Beard right here. Then we have Elizabeth Bull, which is this one right here. Where we are manifesting, we are conjuring, we are bringing in the bull that we waited 3 years to start running with the altcoin. So J6, this one is in the lead right now for the art contest, loving it. And then this one right here, this is the in distant third. I like the colors in it. I like the style, but this one I like the very best, and I've been playing this on our outro every day because I love the lyrics. It talks about J6. It says don't sleep on stuff. It's got actually quite a bit of alpha in this right here. So I'll play this on the outro, but this is where you got to go. You got to go to the community. You've got to go to the collective. We're sitting at 57 number. Oh, right. We got a new member. So we went from 54 to 55 to 50. We've gotten one member a week, I believe, so far. So let's give a shout out. Shout out to Litiverse. Oh, Litiverse. We're actually going to give him a shout out. So we're going to say shout out to the newest member of the collective. Boom. There we go. Litiverse right there. We give him some love for joining us and bumping up our numbers all the way to 57. So that's what's going on right now in the on the art side, and everyone that contributed, because there was actually not that many contributors in J6. Every one of them are going to receive reward points and dark for their entries, and then of course the winner is going to get 10 dark and 1 million reward points for the piece of art that's going to be added to the NFT. So check that out. All right, let's see. Nobody's here in the comments. Are we real? It says end stream, but I don't know if we're actually live. We'll have to see if we're live or not in a second. Well, it says we've got 16 viewers. I don't know what you guys are doing. It looks like 15 hour X. One's on Twitch. That's strange. I wonder if that's a bot or something. Nobody on YouTube, which is really strange because we got some Gen Xers and some boomers that they love YouTube. And that's usually where we get our diehards, but I digress. We'll check that out. Our favorite website in the entire world, where you can join Journey 6 before it's launched in 3 days and 2 hours, is agproject.io. If you go to agproject.io, it's a beautiful site. We've integrated both websites into one. We used to have some of these features on one site, some on another, and luckily we were able to integrate them. Our devs, which I need to do a stream about our devs, because our devs are killing. Our front end, back end dev, and our Solidity dev right now are absolutely have crushed and made this much simpler, much more intuitive, and easier to find the information people were looking for since the beginning, since we launched 230 days ago. Hang on. Let me grab the ruler. I should know this. We launched on 11/22. And so we have 238, almost 240 days since we launched. And people have been looking for this information for about 240 days. I wonder what we're up. Hang on, let me measure. We launched at $1. We are currently at $5, $5, $6, give or take. So we're at a 5x since launch. We were at 135x, but pulse chain. Hart's law is a double-edged sword. It's real, and it will get you. So going back to the website, we have a simple clock here that's counting down, and as you see, we have 3 days left in minting, and then this really cool gradient right here, this beautiful gradient that goes from orange to blue. by the way, it's what was it? It's Chrysler blue and NASA orange. Those are colors for the project. But this gradient this highlighted minting tab will go clockwise, just like a clock, to lottery 1. So after all the minting is done, it'll go to lottery 1, and then this countdown will be for lottery 1, then the lottery 2, then lottery 3, and then we repeat. We do this 33 times. Every time we do this, it's 45 days, give or take. And there's about 11 days in each of these, and then there's 12 hours where everything recalibrates and it checks the balances of all the smart contracts and starts again. So we're going to do 45 days, 33 times over 4 years. And we are already about 240 days into our first year of the 4. We're already in journey 6 of 33, which maybe we should change this and put this up here, put journey 6/33. We'll talk to my devs about doing that, because that kind of gives a lot of people don't know how many journeys there are. And they don't know that at the end of the 33rd journey, at the end of 4 years, if you don't use your tokens in this ecosystem, you lose them. They get destroyed forever. We have the Pink Mistwell game, which is a fun Russian roulette style game where you can destroy yourself and other people, and the last man standing walks away with a big chunk of dark. The last person walked with 6.5 dark, which in the future may be absolutely insane, depending on what happens this altcoin season. You have the minting, which I just showed you guys, where you can mint 1 dark matter token for 1 NFT. And then you have View My Fuel Cells. So if you go to View My Fuel Cells, this shows you all of the minting that you've done. If you connect your wallet, it also shows you the entire snapshot of the whole ecosystem. So today there are 308,000 NFTs, 308,374 NFTs. And so far, 42,000 have been minted in J6 right now. So that in the next 3 days, we'll find out the total amount of supply of Journey 6 NFTs. And then that one will go into the table right here. As you can see, today, if we were to be paid out at the end of J6 from the treasury, every Journey 6 NFT would get paid 0.172 dark. So this really, I don't know if a lot of people understand this about the project, but the treasury and the lottery are self-funded through the minting. So every time that you guys go here and you mint a fuel cell, 20% of the dark goes into the lottery, and 77% of the dark, almost 80% of the dark, goes into the treasury. And so these are self-funded. The treasury was at 0 on day 1. The lottery was at 0 on day 1 until people started minting. And the Evil Address minted 67,000 in the first journey, and it's minted about 39,000 this time in Journey 6. So more and more dark is getting piled into the treasury and into the lottery. And then it's going from the treasury into the NFTs, where it's a game of chickens. It's going to see who is going to vaporize or burn their NFT first, to get that sweet, sweet dark out of the inside. So yeah, remember, the lottery is liquid. You can scrape the lottery and it'll show back up in your wallet right here. You can scrape if you win the lottery right here. But the treasury is locked inside your NFT, and you need to destroy your NFT to get the dark out of there. And that's where the majority of the entire supply of less than 1 million tokens is going to end up. It's going to go through the treasury into the NFTs, and then it's going to be a game of chicken. And it's a lot. There's a lot of similarities between this and the WhatsApp NFTs. The main difference being that in the WhatsApp NFTs, they get paid in the token ICOSA, and the ICOSA token it inflates to pay those NFTs to fill up those piggy banks, or those piñatas, so to speak. Here you have what's going to be a very, very scarce token that is self-funded with a limited supply, filling up those NFTs. So your cash value of your NFT, as you can see, if you go to View My Fuel Cells, you can choose the the current price right here. You can use the all-time price, all-time high, or you can do moon math, put your own price in here. But this is going to tell you the cash value of each of your NFTs and your total value of your NFTs if you were to cash out today. If you were to break open the pinata, dump the dark on the market, or I would suggest if you're going to sell any dark, sell it on 0x Bistro. But if you, yeah, this tells you the exact dollar amount. And these are very, very low. These are very low because we're at about $6 today, $5-6. This is really kind of the lowest that it's been since launch. Yeah, so you got the lowest it's been since launch, and so these are low. But if we get our altcoin season that we've been paying for, if money starts pouring into Pulse and Hart's Law works to the upside, and we're to see a crazy number, I'm not even going to say what this one is. If you guys might be able to see it on screen, but if you get like a crazy number per dark, then that changes the cash value dramatically. And at that point, you're going to see people hitting the vaporize button and dumping. And every time they hit the vaporize button and dump, they don't get paid out from the treasury. So your payout from the treasury goes up as people tap out. It's a very fun game, very interesting game. There's already 300. I want to say there might even be more than 350,000 that were nuked. Let me actually just pull this up right here. Here we go. Let's see. We have up to this point in Journey 6, not counting this one right here. If we were to take all of these right here, there's 534,000 that were minted. Oh no, let's just do the total mint. Sorry. Yeah, there's 534,000, and then there was also the evil mint of about 40,000. So no, there's more than that. This is strange because the total mint was, yeah, I swear there's like 650,000 that have minted. Oh well, either way, looks like there's about somewhere around 577,000 that were actually minted. And out of those 577,000, only 300,000 remain because the collective hacked the evil address and nuked all of it. It took it out of that game of chicken and basically rewarded all of the people who minted in Journey 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 5 with higher yield because they're no longer sharing it with us. So the evil address basically dumped Dark into the treasury, but it is no longer pulling out of the treasury except for Journey 6. And there are about 2,000 to 5,000 NFTs still getting treasury payouts in 4 and 5 because they haven't been scraped yet from the lottery. But we can get into that. So let's jump into that actually. Evil address. So this button right here, this mint button, was hit 39 times, I believe. Yeah, about 39 times. So people minted the evil addresses, NFTs on behalf of the evil address to pump up the treasury in the lottery. But there's a button up here that allows you to steal the evil address's lottery winnings and roll them over to the next jackpot. And that could make this lottery absolutely bananas. We will see in the next 3 days how many more people join Journey 6 and go for these lottery tickets right here. As every NFT you have is a lottery ticket for 33 days. Remember that. So when you mint an NFT, you're in the lottery for 33 days, and after the 33 days, it turns into a piggy bank that fills up with Dark. So this is not your average NFT. This is not your meme token. This is not whatever. This NFT. It hits different, and it's got a different community and some different mechanisms to the smart contracts. But like I said, there's 42,000 fuel cells. We'll see how many more are minted in the next 3 days. And then, of course, the first lottery that has 840 Dark in it is going to be paid out in 14 days, 6 hours, 13 minutes. So Excuse me. This is this is interesting. If we see an evil bonus pumped into here, and this is interesting to see how many of these 42,000, which roughly 40,000 of those are the evil addresses that may or may not be nuked and hacked and vaporized in the future, which would leave not that many fuel cells competing for the treasury at all. Anyways, just some hints and some winks and some nudges for you guys. Bitcoin price, what are you doing, Bitcoin? Are you surging? I believe there was a bill passed yesterday, some crypto bill. So we're still sitting up at 118. That's pretty dang good. That's pretty much all-time high. I mean, the all-time high according to this chart's 120. So we're still sitting at an all-time high. Bitcoin is continuing its bull run right now. Ethereum looks like it has just woken up from partying all night, from a hangover, and it is working very hard. Okay, so we're up to 3,600, which is very, very close to the 3,700 that we've been keeping our eye on, because remember, the SAC funds from Pulse Chain, from the Pulse SAC address, were dumped into Ethereum around $3,700. And as it goes up, we could see some of that money go from Ethereum bridged over to Pulse Chain, and then things could get really crazy really quickly. In fact, I think there's some anticipation just based on Ethereum going from 2,500 to 3,600. I mean, what is that? Hang on. $2,500 on July 8th. It's July 17th. 18th, sorry. So in 10 days, it went up $1,100. 10 days. This is what the bull run feels like. The bull run is a time where you need to take your profits and know exactly how you're going to take your profits, when you're going to take your profits, because the bull run is a lot shorter than the bear. A lot shorter. So if you're sitting on some Ethereum, if you had bought some Ethereum, oh my gosh, back in April at $1,400, I would be selling a portion of it every time it doubled. I'd sell 10% of it every time it doubled. I'd sell 10% of my Ethereum. If I got some of it at these prices, 1,000, 14, 1,500, I would have sold it. I would have sold the chunk of them at 3 right here. I would have sold a chunk right around there, around 3, and then I'd sell another chunk around 6. Yeah, that's that's responsible DCA. You want to DCA in and you want to DCA out, folks. You want to take profits responsibly, because you might be kicking yourself for the next 4 or 5 years if you don't. Just saying. Okay, dark matter. Here we have our Nostradamus chart. This has been every minting phase and every lottery. So the bulls are the minting phase, the bears are the lottery payouts, and the bears are the chances for people to dump dark, and the bulls are the chances for people to buy dark and mint it if they don't have it already. Which, by the way, trust me when I tell you, you don't have enough dark. You do not have enough fuel cells. Anyways, all of our bull, we had 1, 2, 3 good bulls so far. We've had 2 crappy bulls, and probably a third crappy bull. I mean, unless this thing goes insane in the next 3 days for its mint, this bull right here is kind of this is a failure bull right here. But we have a bull and bear cycle. We have like the 4-year cycle that Bitcoin has every 4 or 4.5, 5 years. We have it every 45 days, and the bears have all lined up with huge dumps in Pulse Chain and in the market. They've been scarily accurate as to dumps in the market so far. The bulls, like I said, 3 out of 6 so far have been decent pumps, and but not, the other ones not so much. So it'll be really interesting. We're going to be putting our 3 little bears here lined up with the next 3 lotteries, and we will see if maybe we get a reversal where this bull dumps and the bears pump. I don't know. It's going to be very interesting. But the fact that we've called 12. We've called 12 Black Swan events have lined up exactly with our lotteries. It's eerie. It's synchronistic, as Frank Polanczyk says. Yeah, very interesting. We'll see what happens on this chart, but this is a very interesting chart. And remember, there was 11% of the dark supply available here at the beginning, where you saw a lot of these sell-offs and stuff. And right now there's 2.5% of the supply available. So do with that information what you will. Xerox Bistro, let's see what's for sale today. We can get some ST3 at a discount. We can get some ST Pulse without a slippage. We can get some more ST3 with it at a discount. We can get some YEP. It's not at a discount, but I think YEP, Top Hat, and SQL have all. These were set quite a while ago. So some of these will be falling off eventually, or maybe people will come in and close this order and start a new order. But sometimes, if you're really lucky, you might find some dark sitting here. And if you do want to sell your dark, I recommend you sell here rather than Pythias, because Pythias, you're going to eat some slippage. I mean, if you're buying $150 of Pulse, you're eating 9% slippage right now. If you were getting, if you were to buy $300 of dark, or sell $300 of dark, 52 dark, if you wanted to dump those on the market and grab $300 right now, you would be eating. It can't even find that one. You can't even find the route. There we go. You'd be eating about 5% slippage. Where if you go to Xerox Bistro, you're eating no slippage. You're getting that 5%. You're keeping that 5% when you sell on Xerox Bistro. So check that place out. Here's a token we were looking at yesterday. The Fitzgerald Company. Looks like Timothy Benjamin is part of this. I'm a big fan of Timothy Benjamin. I like the dude. I'll have to have him on stream if he's got time to come and talk about what they're doing here. But this is owned by some people with a real estate company in southern Arizona, and so far the supply is about 90% wrapped up in about 3 addresses. So if those 3 addresses hold and continue to pump, but they've said they're only selling through liquidity providing, which means that I believe that means that they're doing single-sided staking, and as the price goes up through here, it's basically taking the TFC and swapping it for Pulse automatically as it goes up. Now you do have to remove that liquidity and sell the Pulse to take profits. It doesn't stay there. If it comes back down, it's going to hand you the TFC back. But that's very interesting that that's the only way they're taking profit. And it's looking like it's working out really well for them. It reminds me a lot of the Pink Miss Well token, which is not, I'm going to add this to my watch list just because I appreciate, excuse me, I appreciate Bitfinesse coming in and talking about it, to cluing us in on it. Very cool. But Pink Miss Well, it was doing. Here's the Pink Miss Well. It is looking very similar to Dark because it has 24 grand of liquidity paired with Pulse, and it has, where's Dark PMW? Dark Hex, Dark PMW. It has 16K paired with Dark. So it's looking very, this is going to be very Hart's Law rhymey with the other one, and also Pink Miss Well is going to be very rhymey with, it's going to rhyme with the wrapped Pulse because it's got so much liquidity paired there. But right now you can get a million Pink Miss Well tokens for $121 plus slippage, unless you already have a million. If what happens is we have our minting window where you have 11 days to mint our NFTs, and then for the rest of the journey we allow people to get some of those NFTs that were minted by sending Pink Miss Well to the Pink Miss Well address, which is in our Telegram. If you guys have any questions about that, reach out or just ask. But basically people have sent a bunch. There was someone in particular that got about 20 J5s by doing this at these low prices. And in the future, those J5s could be worth a very silly amount of money. Anyways, yeah, this is interesting. You get 10 NFTs and a dark token right now when you're doing this, but this is not available during minting. So we'll have a deal for you in about 3 days right there. Anyways, yeah, check out Pink Miss Whale. Dark, like I said, we looked at the dark price sitting around 570 right now. The actuator token, which is a killer token that you can get paid for free. You can earn it. You can farm it for free by doing liquidity providing for the Hex time tokens and with Liquid Hex. And it's doing a nice bounce off the floor here, which is nice to see. This has a limited supply as well. This is only going to be issued for 3 years. And right now they started back in October of 24. And so, yeah, this fall is going to be 1 year. And that's where the majority of the emissions or distribution of token is going to be given out right here. So it's not looking great now. The market's not looking great. I think that the team over at Actuator, Bill and RJ, are some of the smartest people I've met, hands down, in crypto, and really are pushing to move the community forward. So don't sleep on Actuator. You can get it for free. I'll show you how in just a second. Very, very interesting though. Interesting to say the least. Here's the dark and Homie Don't Play That. We're at about $6 on Homie Don't Play That. And you got 11K liquidity. People are getting paid the Homie Don't Play That token for providing liquidity here. And you can see that farm on Hocus Pocus. Let's see here. Homie Don't Play That itself has gone up, and when it launched, a lot of people just dumped the ever living hell out of it. And I don't hope, maybe they bought in down here. Maybe they bought in, they're buying in right now, but we're down to about 1 or 2 cents. It's been as high as 6. I think that with the liquidity pairing of Homie Don't Play That and people making money, pairing it, like there's a good Homie Don't Play That and dark pair. And so there's a lot of pairing with no permissions in SolidX, which are paired with the core tokens in Pulse Chain. So as Pulse Chain goes up, it should rip a lot of these tokens that are very, very small and unknown, or not as well known, I should say. Let's see, let's go like this. Yeah. So anyways, it's bounced off of here. We'll see if it makes a higher low or a lower low at this point. Same with the rest of this here. Hang on 1 second. All right, so yeah, there's a nice bounce right there. Let's see here, dark matter and let's go down and check out Hex. Hex is the linchpin of what's going on right now. As you see, I did a little line up here. It's broken down below that line a little bit, but we're bouncing up again. I was saying this might be a really good place to buy Hex right here when it goes below this line. We'll see how if this makes a higher high, if this busts a penny, which is if this busts a penny, then that's good. That's a good way to start on $1. I mean, I and a lot of Hexkins are hoping for $1 Hex in this next bull run. So here we are, possibly the bottom of the market. We'll check it out. Wrapped Pulse is got a nice bounce today. It's got a lower low here and a higher high. So we'll see which direction it's going to go in the next week or two, or month. Yep token, this thing is doing its own thing. This thing is a honey badger. It don't care what's going on with the market. And Brightlight is doing a great job with this token, both in marketing it, working within the no permissions community. He's doing a really good job managing the liquidity and the supply. So shout out to Brightlight. Check out the Yep token, the most agreeable token on Pulse Chain. Here's Dark and Hex at $6. It's very low liquidity, $1,000 there. You got Dark and Nope, which has 5K of liquidity. Interesting right there. And And then you got Solid X, which is kind of ranging right now. They have released a bot recently, and they're looking at releasing some games as well. So it'll be interesting to watch this. And it has a lot of liquidity paired with the cores, as I said earlier. We already went over the dark and pink mist well. Let's go to the print token. Actually, sorry, we skipped Magic Carpet Ride. Magic Carpet Ride is also somewhat of a honey badger. Magic Carpet Ride, don't care. It's got 11K of liquidity, which is decent in this market, and it is looks like it's chugging up and building some steam. Print token, this one I like to talk about the champagne bottles. You got champagne bottle up, champagne bottle down, and it's trying to find a floor right now. The print token that you can get for this is your incentive token you earn for free by participating in the ink printer. Let's see here. Proof of no work. Yep, same thing. Kind of like just a train chugging along, working its way up. Low liquidity, and it's just one of the first tax tokens that I learned about, which is it's interesting. PulseX. PulseX is doing pretty dang good. Let's see here. Yeah, this isn't even in Pulse. This is in the dollar chart. So the dollar chart is looking pretty good. Looks like it's made a good floor right here, and it's hopefully going to go back up and test this high up here in 0001. I don't. Someone from chat can tell me what the SAC price is. I need the SAC price of PulseX and Pulse, and I need to put them on here. So if you guys have those prices off the top of your head, let me know. I'll add those to the chart. And then of course, yeah, the Fitzgerald Company is just taken off. There's some people are learning a lot about liquidity and pressure markets. Pulse Chain is light years ahead, like 2 cycles ahead of everybody else. The stuff that we're talking about right now is the stuff that they're going to be talking about in 2028, 29, or 30, 32, 34. That's when the rest of crypto is going to be talking about this stuff and figuring it out. But for now, we're ahead of a lot of people thanks to a lot of great thought leaders in the community, and thanks to Richard Hart. So yeah, and look at that RSI is just, I'm sorry, the MACD. The MACD is bananas down here. So cool. Check out CoinMarketApp. Let me check hey, there's people watching. Mr. Rock Jockey's in the house. Tintoff's in the house. Corey, good morning, Max. Good to see you live, my friend. Good to see you, buddy. It's been too long since we got to hang out. Hex Monkey, liquidity provided is the best way to sell, especially for lower liquidity alts. Like otherwise, you just wreck yourself. And the chart, wish more folks would embrace it. Yes, I totally agree with that. Good day, everyone. Good day, Condor, Inky Tenzen, and When Lambo. Oh my goodness, never Lambo. I'm telling you, the nicest car I've ever been in is my wife's Jeep. My wife's Jeep does everything except for fly and go underwater. It's smooth. Lambos, if that's your thing, I think when Lambo, I would say 6 to 18 months, Casey. That's my guess is Lambo 6 to 18 months. If it's not in 6 to 18 months, hang it up, because we've already gone through 3 years of crack-a-lack and badness. Coin Market League, come here. Attach your X account to this, and then go ahead and vote for your favorite coins like Hex, Carpe Diem, Dark's down at 25, and Hocus Pocus is at 31. You vote for those every single day. You can share it on X, and then they will retweet it and give you engagement. They're really good at that. So we like this site, Coin Market League. It's a lot of good information, and it's a way that we can get people looking at stuff. Look at the Stool Presidente. Prison Dente. That one showed up out of nowhere, and it's getting a bunch of votes. So their community is shining. Hex is doing a lot better than it was. I can't believe that there aren't like 14,000 votes a day for Hex, but whatever, we'll figure it out. Actuator Finance, like I said, you take your Hex and you stake it here. You do a delegated stake, which means that it's a transferable stake, and you stake that Hex for as many days, 3,000, 5,000, 7,000 are the most popular, Today we're at day 2055 of Hex. So Hex has been around for 2055. That was a great year, 2055. But we're 2,000 days into this thing, and we got a bunch of them coming out on J7000. We staked 15,000 Hex, which I think was about $30. I could be wrong. We extracted the Hex time tokens, which are basically liquid T-shares or IOUs. Then we paired them in a pool with liquid Hex, and then we put them in this farm. We deposited them in this farm. There's no time locks or anything. We can unlock it whenever we want, and we're getting 27% APR. So here's 37,800 actuator tokens. It looks like we're getting about 300 actuator tokens a day here. But as you can see, we started with about $60 deposit. It's worth 85 because the market's recovered a little bit since then. And then if we go over to Hocus Pocus Finance, we can see that 37,000, I wonder if this will update to 37.8. The 37,800 actuator tokens here are worth about $8. So we were paid about $8 on a $60 investment, and we were paid that in 114 days. So we've earned 194 Hex for staking it. We've earned 37,000 actuator tokens, and we're sitting in Hex. Like, as the price of Hex goes up and the T-share price goes up, we're appreciating in all those places. So $60 to 85 is not a big deal. People are like, oh, whoop-de-doo, you made $25 today. That's true. I get where you're coming from. That's true. However, if you understand the APR that's going on here, if you just move the decimal point, or you add a couple commas to what was just done here, that's insane. No, that's insane gains in any market. So check out Hocus Pocus. This is also a great place to show your Homie Don't Play That farms. I don't have my Homie Don't Play That farms on this demo account, but this is where I check my Homie Don't Play That farms, is Hocus Pocus. And then you can also claim, you can withdraw, you can do things from here as well. It's a really good front end for farming. Pulse Market app. Let's see if we have any NFTs for sale here. We had one Journey 1 NFT for like $100 sitting on here, and we will see if it's still for sale. I think it's 5.2 million Pulse. But quite a few Pulse, like 1.7 million Pulse, 3,160 E-DAI, and 333 Dark have all been done with volume through here. Let's see, priced. Nope. So somebody bought the $100 J1, or they took it off the market. One of the two. I think they took it off the market, because usually I get an alert every time that one pops up or not. So check that out. Squirrel.pro, Red Squirrel, is cooking, and he's got some cool stuff going on. He is a friend of the Fitzgerald company we were talking about earlier. He's a friend of Hocus Pocus. He's a friend of AG Project. I mean, give him some love. Show him. He's also the founder of Nuts. So we have a dark Nuts pair somewhere out there that's very interesting. Sounds very suggestive. Dark matter token, there's less than 1 million of these. Over 700 have been burnt forever. There are 1,644 holders. Over 1,000 of those, I believe, are airdrop recipients. So I think there's only a few hundred people, addresses holding, and 97.5% of the supply is locked up in the smart contracts, Evil Address, 3 wells, including the Pink Mist well and the liquidity providing contract right here. So if you add up all these, you get around like 97.5% locked up. Granted, these wells could always sell. People could cash out their lottery winnings. You never know. But the truth is, there's a crazy amount of economic energy locked up pretty tight right here. Not financial advice, but like I said, Dark's $5-6. I myself, I don't know if I can say this, but I myself, I'm buying Dark right now. I'm earning money. I'm picking up some hustles and selling some stuff, and I'm picking up Dark at these prices. I don't have enough Dark. Just let that sink in for a second. I, the founder, do not have enough dark. I'm just saying that. Whatever. Let's see what we got going on here. Red Squirrel's in here peeping. You need to refresh the page, Max. LOL. Which page? The squirrel page? Let me refresh the page. Excuse me. Yes, I'll accept your cookies. I will always take a cookie. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Oh, and look at this. We have DeFi Sloth. We have Ocelot Mint. We have Harry Labs, Tetra, Pulse, Tangang, and Deck Swap. So, wow, he's actually got a bunch going on here. Have I joined this Telegram? Let's open on desktop here. Yeah, I'm in here. Look at this. Oh, Trinity Radio. Let's play this right here. I don't know if you're a fan of Synthwave. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, actually, this is just me and Squirrel chatting. This isn't his thing, but that's okay. I've just doxed all of our secrets, me and Red Squirrel. We go back here to so that takes you to his actual direct one right there. Okay, I thought that maybe there was a Red Squirrel, Squirrel.pro one, but yeah, he's adding more connections here. Ocelot Mint. Now here's the deal: the Trinity, I believe. And I'm going to have Red Squirrel or Sloth come on and talk about Trinity, but I believe it's a combination of squirrels. Let's see here. Squirrels, Ocelot. Either way, there's like 3 NFTs you can combine to make one super NFT. Like I said, he's been cooking. He's got incredible code, and he's been nothing but very generous and friendly and helpful towards me. He's really done a lot for Dark Matter. He's done a lot for Pulse. So shout out to Red Squirrel, not to make you blush wherever you are hiding out there. But yeah, thanks for letting me know to refresh that. I'm going to go out on, like I said, my favorite entry of the art contest, which has it's got 4% of the vote. Elizabeth's running away with the bull, but we're going to go out on this one right here. Axiom Icons music video, J6, the pre-party, DJ Axiom Icon, Pulsewave Vibe coming to you live, and then we'll be back. I'm going to try to stream every day, especially through this minting phase, and just keep encouraging you guys. I mean, I know things are like kind of dead right now, and we're finally waking up to Ethereum moving, which is exciting. But the truth is, like, I think people that continue to participate in minting and stacking some dark at this price could be very happy. I'm just throwing that out there, not financial advice. Just a dude in his mom's basement, who does not know how to spell the word quattro correctly. And you shouldn't, don't take advice from someone on the internet like me. But, I hope that we all have a wonderful altcoin season coming up. Remember, you guys matter, and what you do matters. Even if nobody sees what you're doing, it matters. Even if you're the only one that knows what's going on, you matter, and you have incredible value. Just by the fact that you exist, I can tell you for sure you have incredible value. We love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Keep grinding and pick up as much stuff as you can. Because I think this is the start. I mean, we've been saying this for 3 years. Oh, this is the start of the bull. We were wrong for 3 years. We might be right this time, or at least this might be a good chance to pick up some stuff before stuff goes pretty bananas. Anyways, love you guys. I will catch you hopefully tomorrow. Ciao.
Fuel cells ready. Dark levels critical. This ain't a game, it's the quantum jump. Don't sleep on this launch, the Eagle address is active. The missions are encrypted and the pink mist whale is serving. Men fast, scan the chain and lock your coordinates. Because J6 ain't waiting, and neither is the jackpot.
I'm drifting through dark matter, no tether, few cell burn, full pressure. Most scholars we can't measure. Most gotta be dickhead pleasure. Anti-gravity, Project Dark Matter. Journey against the evil address. Anti-gravity, Project Dark Matter. Most gotta be dickhead pleasure.
Fuel cells ready. Dot levels critical. This ain't a game. It's a quantum jump. Don't sleep on this launch. The evil address is active. The missions are encrypted and the pink mist whale is serving.
I'm drifting through dark matter, no tether, fuel cell burns, full pressure. Most gotta be dickhead pleasure. Most gotta be dickhead pleasure. Anti-gravity, Project Dark Matter. Journey against the evil address. Anti-gravity, Project Dark Matter. Most gotta be dickhead pleasure. It's J6, you don't got enough dark, you don't got enough fuel cells to barely make a spark. Dark matter mission, stop the evil address, coordinate the strike, eliminate the access. Hack this, mainframe's clear, big bit square, don't get caught in the crosshairs there. Sight down to the very last digit, the lottery, who wins it better scoop up your tickets. Quantum flash, one trip can hit, fuel cell warm and the countdown lit. Straight burn cell, it's your mission. Scan the frequency for pulse rate vision. Fuel cells ready. Dark levels critical. This ain't the game, it's the quantum jump. Don't sleep on this launch. The evil monoculus is active. The missions are encrypted, and the big mist whale is circling. Mist fast, standing chain, and locked grip on it. It's a J6 and queen, and neither is a jackpot.
Anti-gravity. Project Dark Matter.
Yes, XT Armstrong. There's one new community member, which is Litiverse, kind of like the Cosmonaut. Thank you, sir. We'll catch the start. You bet, Condor. We'll check you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.